Let there be light and welcome to Living Essence. I am Saddhanta. Here are 5 ways that you can begin to understand whether you're dealing with a narcissist in your life. Now, this person that's a possible narcissist could be a friend, mother, father, lover, and sometimes even child. But when you find yourself in a relationship with a narcissist, you will find yourself in a form of hell, basically, because it's very confusing, it's very confronting, it's very painful. And identifying whether you're with a narcissist is very important, because the one thing that you must come to the understanding of is that a narcissist cannot change. They never change. There are many psychologists and counselors find it very difficult to work with a narcissist. Their personality is such that you can just simply not get through to them, and change is just something that it simply doesn't happen for them. They're so reliant on the strength of their ego that they are fully lost in the illusion that they are the ego. That defense is the only means of being safe, and attack is the only means of keeping themselves in a good position. So, number 1, a narcissist is never wrong. If you're with someone, in a relationship with someone, or a friendship or something like that, and you find that you're with someone that can never be wrong, that you found they just simply can't admit when they've made a mistake, then you're quite possibly dealing with a narcissist. Being able to admit your mistakes is actually a superpower, because what you do when you admit your mistakes is that you're saying, okay, that was me, I made that mistake, I now have the ability to be able to fix the mistake. But when you feel that you never make a mistake, then you end up placing blame on others and saying it's never your fault. A narcissist is never wrong. They are always fighting to be right, and they are always trying to prove themselves right and prove you wrong. Another thing, number 2, that leads from that one, from blame, is that a narcissist will be criticizing you. They'll knock you down. Now, I've got a question for you. How do you make a line longer without touching it? How do you make a line longer without touching it? Well, so you have a line this long, you simply draw a line shorter underneath or beside it. That is about comparison. You see, for a narcissist, their frequency is here. It doesn't go lower or higher. They are at a very low frequency as it is. Their frequency is low, sitting not far above shame. Generally around anger, remorse, regret on the consciousness frequency scale. So here's the narcissist. Now, they are actually so deficient within themselves that they're unable to create their own happiness. So, just like I said before, how do you make a line longer? Well, they make other people shorter. They pull them down. Now, a narcissist will tend to, in a relationship, in a love relationship, they'll tend to work with someone that is an empath. Empaths are very easy to move their frequency around. When they're happy, empaths can be very, very happy, but also they feel so much, it's very easy for them to come into sadness, and because they're so compassionate, they feel other people's pain. Well, this works really well into the hands of a narcissist. For them to feel better, they simply just need to make you feel worse. They just need to make you feel lower than their frequency, and that gives the narcissist the illusion of being happy. In fact, they're not happy people, they're very miserable. So number 3, another thing that is well known for the narcissist is gaslighting. Okay, this is where they will have you questioning yourself at every turn. If you're in a relationship and you're always questioning yourself, and you find that you don't know what the truth is anymore, and you're doubting yourself as to whether you're actually a good person, that's because the narcissist has managed to get inside your head and question everything you do, to the point where you no longer have any self-esteem or self-confidence to trust yourself. Gaslighting is the primal move of the narcissist. They will knock you down, and whenever they are actually wrong and doing things horrible to you, they will flip it round and make it out as if you're the one doing it to yourself, or even worse, number 4, they will make you feel like you're the narcissist. They will make you out to be the bad one. They'll flip it all round onto you, which is, again, it's that gaslighting where you'll be to blame. Can you see the pattern here with a narcissist? It's all about blame and making someone else feel lower than them. That's simply how the narcissist works, because the only way they can be happy is to make someone feel worse. They can't make themselves happy. They can't be happy in life. They are life negative, whereas the empath is life positive. Even though they feel a lot, and empaths can get into a lot of sadness and get trapped within that, they know that they find themselves in that place because generally within themselves, they're a good person. The narcissist can only see shadow. They can't see the good in them. And so they actually put on this facade and make themselves out to be this amazing person. Because for a narcissist, it's everything to prove and nothing to share. And then we come to number 5. And this is a sure way to know whether you're in a relationship with a narcissist, is to ask yourself, do you feel like a walk-on part in your own story? You see, we come into this world to live our truth, to live our story. And when you look at governments and society structures, you'll notice that it's very narcissistic. They are saying, I know what's best for you. Here, take this medicine. Here, receive this education. There's only one education. There's only these medicines you can use. Don't look into natural remedies or anything like that. If you look at it, government and principalities and powers are very narcissistic. And you don't want to find yourself in a relationship where that's happening, where you're commanded as to how you should act, where you're told what you're meant to do. I mean, who wrote the rule books here? We're all here to be individuals, which means being undivided. And one of the things that a narcissist loves to do is make you feel divided within yourself by gaslighting you, blaming you, criticizing you, and never being wrong, and placing all the wrong on you, having you questioning yourself and even questioning life. Being in a narcissistic relationship, or in a relationship with a narcissist, can result in a person suffering from narcissistic abuse syndrome. I know this firsthand. I know what it's like, and it's horrible, and it can take many years to get over. It takes a lot of healing. And myself and Devi have worked with many people that have lived with a narcissist, and the wounds go very deep. Devi as well knows what it's like to be in a narcissistic relationship, herself suffering at the hands of someone that could never be wrong, someone that criticized, someone that hurt and lowered her vibration on purpose so that they may feel better. I too suffered it from that myself. We feel so fortunate that now we're in a position, we know what it's like, we know the signs, and we help people to gain back their truth. We help those that have suffered a narcissistic abuse syndrome to bring them back to themselves again, because the narcissist takes you away from your heart and gets you stuck in your head. And isn't that exactly what government, society, and cultural structures do to us as well? The powers and principalities would rather you be confused in the world of your mind than safe in the truth of your heart. So those 5 things. A narcissist is never wrong. They blame and criticize. They gaslight and play the victim. They accuse you of being a narcissist, and they cause you to be a walk-on part in your own story. You must take back your power. You are meant to be the author of your life. Being at the mercy of the hands of a narcissist will never change unless you do one thing, and that's get out and get away. You cannot deal with a narcissist. They will never change, and they'll never be honest. The only thing you can do when dealing with a narcissist is get as far away from them as you possibly can. I know it's hard, because I know for myself and for others and my beloved as well, that sometimes there's other people involved that you simply, such as children, you simply can't just get away from them. But I urge you to keep communication to a minimum and only interact with them on a must basis. Try and keep it to emails, text, but don't let their energy come in, because they are the primal energy vampire. They will suck you dry and leave you out to dry. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If you're seeing any of these traits, please get in contact with myself, with Devi. Come and get some healing. Heal your soul first before you get anywhere, so that you can make that right decision for yourself and be clear and know if you're with a narcissist, things must change. I am sending you all so much light and love. Let there be light.